You know, like you could be like, oh, midlife crisis, or I'm on the tail end. You know, there's all these different ways to sort of phrase you're getting old, but then to categorize it as like, yeah, I got about 19 more summers left. You're like, fuck.
That's black jail talk. You never heard black people say that? Like, I ain't seen them in 7 summers.
No.
You know,
Interesting.
it's like, you ever listen to enough old school hip hop?
I was gonna say I was listening to a lot of struggle rap today.
I don't know why that's so funny to me.
Dude, I have never identified with less. Just me listening to every song going, that sounds dangerous.
First of all, they cheating because they're one of them black and the other one white. So if you don't like them, you automatically racist.
You You know, like you could be like, oh, midlife crisis, or I'm on the tail end. You know, there's all these different ways to sort of phrase you're getting old, but then to categorize it as like, yeah, I got about 19 more summers left. You're like, fuck.
That's black jail talk. You never heard black people say that? Like, I ain't seen them in 7 summers.
No.
You know,
Interesting.
it's like you ever listen to enough old school hip hop.
I was gonna say I was listening to a lot of struggle rap today.
I don't know why that's so funny to me.
Dude, I have never identified with less. Just me listening to every song going, that sounds dangerous.
First of all, they cheating. Because one of them black and the other one white. So if you don't like them, you automatically racist.
You know, like you could be like, hilariously bad opinions and audio. Oh, we could trash you this whole time? Oh, yeah, there was my sick riff. What's up? Welcome to Feud. This is your new host, Andy Malafarina.
Nate Marshall. This is just a live podcast now.
Yeah. Welcome to Panties in the Mouth. The Panties in the Mouth Feud takeover. We're doing it now with good opinions. First good opinion, Lemaire sucks at tech.
Wait, he gets a point for that?
What's that, Lemaire? 5 points? Oh, yeah, we got to keep talking.
All right. Well, I got nothing. I told you, I just woke up from a nap.
We barely have time.
That man's black?
Ooh.
Get out of here.
Wait,
who's playing him?
Cartoon or movie? Because they did that with Spider-Man. They were like, Spider-Man's black, Donald Glover's playing him, and they're like, cartoon on second Nickelodeon. That's still
Is
cool,
his name
though.
still Bruce? Is he a black Bruce? They gotta change his name.
Are they saying? Are they keeping it the same story?
I think it's the same guy. It sounds
They
like
should
the
just
same.
name him after The Rock. It's the best name. Just Dwayne
Dwayne
Johnson.
Dwayne the Batman Johnson.
Dwayne the Batman Johnson is what Lemaire said. We all know you can't hear him.
I forgot.
Oh, you guys, it's working now. The audio's back. Here we go. We're
Man,
going to start from the
numbers
top.
were starting to drop too. I was watching them. We were in double digits for a
Dude,
second.
it was at a cool 11. There were 4 really impatient people, and you know what? I don't blame them.
Yeah, man, they got porn a click over.
Let's try it for the 3rd time.
Welcome to Feud, the game show of hilariously bad opinions. I am your host, Lemaire Lee. We're back for, I guess this is the 2nd season now. I guess we're here. Welcome. We're here. We're going to have a great time. I have 2 great competitors, 2 Feud favorites here tonight, Andy Malafarina and Nate Marshall of the PITM podcast, maybe changing their name again. Hey, Ray, this is Feud. This is a game show of hilariously bad opinions. And let me tell you how you play Feud. Well, to play Feud, we need you, the audience, your opinion. First off, what is Feud? What is Feud? Feud is the game show of hilariously bad opinions. That's what Feud is. And what that means is we all have bad opinions. Like in my favorite bad opinion from the show of all time is you shouldn't get DUIs during the day, right? And if you agree with that, you would vote pro, or I think it's P in the chat. And you would vote C or con in the chat. So, yes, thank you. Andy, you got fans in the chat? I don't know. Pro and con sounds more litigious. And also I wanted to make it like lawyerly. But let's start getting into the show. Oh, you know what? I didn't tell you the rules. And you guys, the competitors, they will debate pro for 2 minutes. They will debate con for 1.5 minutes. If they're on the pro side, they will go against. You'll get it when you see this gameplay. Nate and Andy are great competitors. They know the rules. And I'll be better on Wednesday at introducing the rules. So let's get straight to the game. Sorry for the delay. We have your first competitor this evening. He believes most styles of dancing aren't that hard. It's Andy Malafarina. Andy, how are you?
Good. Welcome to Feud, where you learn the rules with the host.
Well, thank you, Andy. Can you we have Kevin Botch in the chat saying, "Is it possible for both of them to lose?" Well, Andy, do we
Can
have
we get Kevin out the chat?
Wait. Yeah, I didn't agree to any of this. Can we just end the whole thing? Can we end the
Kevin
whole
out
thing?
the chat?
Yeah, I'm gonna need a ban on that.
No, I need my views, please. But
I think he actually left.
It did drop. Because he's been out of comedy. He's not used to the teasing.
he'll be back. Andy, you think most styles of dancing aren't that hard?
Yeah, I think as long as you get because you gotta dancing's not just like the moves. You gotta like make the facial expressions and stuff. Like you're like the whole time you're bouncing around like this is fucking crazy. And you got like, did you see the baby video for I think it was Bop? And then like when the Jabberwockies come out and then everyone around it are just like they're doing their moves, but they're like they're making faces and that. That's the part I would get hung up on. I would start like making cool guy faces and I'd be like, what am I doing? But everything else I can do 100%.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I like the belief in yourself. Have you ever tried it?
No, but I'm very confident. I'm very confident I would pick it up quickly.
Just nail it like a genius.
Yeah, well, maybe not a genius, but like first day of dance class, like I do the first move, kind of trip a little bit, but then we'd get into it, and they'd be like, "He's picking it up quick."
Yeah, wow.
He's picking it up quick. Yeah, that's what I truly in my heart believe.
Well, we got to get you into dance classes. Thank you, Andy. That's truly a powerful opinion, and we're going to get to our next competitor's initial opinion. He believes that the greatest form of artistic expression is pornography. Give it up for Nate Marshall, everybody. Nate, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me,
Yes.
as always, Lemaire.
Yeah, Nate. So, porn is the greatest form of art?
Yeah. All right. So think about this with art. In every like top tier form of art, it shapes the culture, right? So like rap shaped the culture, rock and roll in its prime shaped the culture. Think of what has shaped the culture of the way people interact, like fucking wise, more than pornography has. Like, give it 30 years ago, cum shots weren't run of the mill like facials. Facials weren't just what everybody was doing.
Yeah.
Now, if you meet a girl, she's like, nah, never, not me. I'm not taking a facial. You're gonna just look at her and go like, prude. This is what we all do now.
I think you're right.
It's changed the way we all do one major part of life,
Which is sex.
which is sex.
Yeah. Yeah, because sex used to be intimate. Now it's just mean.
Yo, sex turned pegging. I mean, porn turned pegging mainstream.
Yeah.
I see people talk about it in TikTok.
And those are kids
on that app.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you, Nate. We're going to go to this screen. This is the screen for the people viewing. This is the screen where I would call for votes, where you would vote P or vote C in the chat. Now, Andy, how do you feel about porn being the greatest expression of art?
Yeah. I mean, listen to our podcast, Panties in the Mouth, and you'll already know that answer. I couldn't get on board. This is gonna be a hard one because Nate, he's got some good opinions tonight.
Okay. Ray says facial's got to be a part of the eHarmony profile. Yeah. So okay. I P a vote for porn. That's Pat. I vote P. Oh, those were just test opinions.
That's
those are the
another
first
type
ones.
of porn that's normal.
Yeah, P porn. Yeah.
I'm telling you, my opinions are flawless.
The most influential. Absolutely most influential.
That was just the first round. That was just a test round, just so you guys get what it's about. So now in the next round, it's going to get a little bit more intense. We got Andy's first true opinion that Nate will have to debate against for a minute and a half. Andy believes, Andy, you have 2 minutes to debate this opinion. Aliens exist, but they're not actually intelligent. Andy, you have 2 minutes to debate.
I think they got the right equipment. They're probably like borrowing it from someone, because I sort of look at it like, I feel like people kind of look at aliens like they're the bigger being and we're just like this little anthill. And if you like come up on that anthill, but like for me, every anthill I've ever come up on, that's getting filled with water. Like they've never once ever done the alien equivalent of just like filling us with water. I think they can't figure it out. I think they got everything. I think aliens got everything, but like they're just, once they get to Earth, they just keep fucking it up. You know what I mean? They just keep fucking it up, where it's like we see like the most popular one is like a little tic tac in the sky. Like we just they test their shit out and they can't quite figure it out. They can't quite get over into our realm of existence. So I'm just like, I mean, I think they're doing pretty good, but I just think they're, I think the aliens that at least, maybe there are smart aliens, but the ones they're sending us, I think it's like the remedial school aliens, like that are just trying to, we're doing big things up here and they're sending them down to Earth to just work out the kinks. And that's where all the D and C and D and F student aliens go to waste time. Because I'm just saying, like, if you see what they've been doing on Earth, it's just been some barely passing shit. I'm just saying, I'm not impressed. You're trying to tell me Egypt was all them? Well, to quote like a fucking Zales billboard, what have you done for me lately? Cool, you've got pyramids. Now I want a fucking jetpack. I want a fucking flying car. I want all this shit. I want my food. I want to drop some water on it and it turn into a rotisserie chicken. You've been slacking lately. I don't think you got it anymore.
Oof. Time. Wow. Woo.
Man.
Bars. Oof. God damn.
Yo, what if I just got obliterated and aliens were just like, oh, you fucking think?
I'm convinced you're about to get abducted by aliens.
Andy, Aman says you're looking real ginger today.
Oh, Aman's in the chat.
Yeah,
My
he is.
man from
He's here.
Twitch. Thanks for hanging out, Aman.
Yeah.
Show Lemaire that love.
Pat says, ew, Andy's coming up on any heels. Earth is the galactic Australia. Well, Andy, you're winning me over, I think. I don't know, because like I don't think all aliens they're like the army kids. You know what I mean? Like we don't send the best kids to the army.
there's probably smart aliens. Let me just change
Yeah.
it slightly. But the aliens we got, they're fucking ROTC, dude.
Yeah, just dumb aliens. Well, Nate, it's your turn. You have a minute and a half to retort. And your time starts.
Okay, I'd like to just take a moment to address everybody in the chat and let them realize, just take a second to think about Andy's reasoning for why aliens aren't smart is that they don't do things that retarded children do. They don't pour water in anthills. He's like, every time I see an anthill, I pour water directly down it. And because they're not doing that is why you think they're smart or dumb. I'm sorry. I'm tongue-tied now because it was so confusing to me. I mean, everybody know, like, what is his name? Bob Lazar. Bob Lazar just told us all they've had frozen. This has got to be thousands of years ago. They found frozen UFOs. That means the Ice Age, the dinosaurs. They were just, all right, you know what? I'm sidetracked. I'm so flabbergasted by Andy's 10 seconds. All right, look at Andy's beanie. What makes you think that he knows
You can only
anything
see your
about
dumb
smart?
afro.
You can't call afros dumb.
You can't call afros dumb. I've been watching the Sam Cooke docs all day, and he's cool. So, yeah, Nate, I
didn't say a lot, but I said everything I needed to say.
You said enough. You said enough, dude. I don't know. Pat says dinosaurs were dumb as frick. He's right. Dinosaurs were dumb. If they weren't dumb, they would have survived. You know?
No, dinosaurs are dumb, but you know who did survive? Aliens.
Mm.
Can I say this real quick?
Oh,
Nate
wait. Let me go to the voting screen. You guys, let's vote. If you guys want to vote in the chat, vote P, vote con. Ready? And yeah, I think the thinking music's playing. So Andy and Nate, go ahead.
What I was going to say is Nate brought up Bob Lazar. Let's look at the word Lazar. It's spelled Lazar. 5 letters. Starts with an L, ends with an R. You know what other word starts with an L, ends with an R? 5 letters? Loser. I stand.
Say lizard, Lemaire?
I said lizard. I thought he was going to compare Bob Lazar to a lizard man.
It's because he said started with an L, ends with an R.
Yeah,
and he's just lizard.
I have been out retarded.
Sorry, guys.
Also,
I'm
Andy just said
now.
retarded. It did.
Yeah. Well, we got peas in the chat. We still got another minute to convince the people.
We have peas in the chat, and I'm going to go look up what that means.
We're getting pro votes in the chat. So,
For who? Me?
yeah, people are
Yeah,
voting for you, Andy.
Your terrible opinion.
Yeah. So Nate, you
I
got
hope
to
you all get abducted by aliens.
you got to try to win the
Smart-ass
people
aliens.
over. Nate, you can't just insult them.
Nah,
them.
dude.
I
They
love
can't-
the people. Look at my
they can't-
eyes, guys. I gotta.
Those aliens can't abduct us. They're cramming for a test.
Well, I'm gonna call it. It's a landslide.
Yeah, it's no coming back.
So, Andy, you get the point. Let's give him that the point video. You get the point. Ooh, that's nice. We can't hear it. It's
We
silent.
can't hear it, man.
It's silent, dude. It's silent. You know
Not
that.
on.
You were just
I didn't-
flexing.
I didn't plug it into an amplifier yet.
Well,
My drum set's turned off.
that was a great round of Feud, guys. Audience, you get it now? It's pretty simple, right? Let's keep going. Let's do our next round. Nate, it's your turn. And not to like give it away, but I think this is a great opinion. Nate, your opinion is parrots are underrated as pets and as a species.
All right, I'm gonna start with the smallest positive of parrots first, right? They're beautiful. It's a beautiful animal. It's you have one in your house. It's colorful. It's a good-looking bird. Probably the sexiest bird that exists is a parrot. You put it in your house. It adds a little life to your home. But that's front end. That's front end why they're a special animal. The real reason that I'm putting them up there is they can learn English. It's an animal that can learn words. Think about it. You can go home, like after, not right away, but you go home, you say to them, you know, Polly want a cracker, Polly want a cracker. And then one day when they want a cracker, they go, Polly want a cracker. Nuts. Think about how often you say to a dog. Think about how often you say to your dog, you're like, you want to go for a walk? You want to go for a walk? If one day you come in, you grab his leash and he goes, want to go for a walk, you're going to lose your mind, and the government's going to take your dog. And past that, think about it this way: like you come in every day. You have your parrot. You see your parrot. You see it. You walk, and this is just a vision of how dope a parrot can be, possibility-wise, if you have one. You come in the house. You see your parrot. You go, "Hey, what's up, man?" You go, "You see him? What's up, man?" Or you look at him every day and go, "My man." Then you go about your day. Come in, my man. Go about your day. And then one day you're just having a bad day at work, and you come in and you just don't say anything, and he just looks at you and goes, "My man." Just gonna be like, you know what, dude? Thanks. I needed that today. You're the man, bro. And that's where I rest my case.
Nate,
I have 45 seconds left.
Oh no, you had 15 seconds left. You had, that was a good time, dude. Wow, man. Wow. All I can say is wow. I think I want a pet parrot now. Wow. Can you imagine? It must bring a tear to your eye. Like every time.
just thanks, buddy.
I was so sad today. Now, not anymore. So, yeah. Great opinionating, Nate. Andy, it's your turn. You have a minute.
So first off, Nate, he made a big thing about parrots. They can learn English, and here's the thing: everyone knows English. If they were really smart, they'd learn Mandarin. What parrot do you know that knows Mandarin? None. And it's honestly like you take them out of their environment of flying freely. You know, 9 times out of 10 you clip their wings. You put them in a small cage. Like, it's Stockholm syndrome. If you put your dog in a tiny little cage, it eventually would bark to a way that sounded like, "Please let me out," or something like that. So yeah, I get it. Your prisoner does what you want. That's pretty cool, I guess. And yeah, and also too, I gotta be honest. They are cool looking. I'll give them that. They're cool looking, but they don't do a lot. I haven't seen parrots do a whole bunch besides they're a one-trick pony. They just talk. Like, what else do you do? Do you have, any special skills? Do you know Microsoft Excel? Do you know like what kind of games do you like? So I don't know. I think it's a little overhyped. The parrot's a little bit overhyped, and that's all I have to say about that.
Andy, oh no,
the disrespect.
There's a little disrespect in there, but he brings up some valid points. I can't say his points aren't valid. Oh man, that was great. Okay, so now you guys, we're back here in the voting screen. So please have your vote P if you think that parrots are an underrated pet. And let me try that again. Take two. Hey, everybody in the chat, vote P if you believe parrots are an underrated species and pet, and vote C if you disagree, pro or con. In the chat, Nate, while you were speaking, Kevin Botch said, thought Nate was a pelican guy. And and Andy, and again, Pat said, while you're talking about flamingo, have you ever seen a beautiful parrot or a beautiful flamingo? Nate, have you ever seen a flamingo?
Hot bird, definitely hot bird, long legs.
Most fuckable bird.
Yeah. So you guys, this is your chance to get votes. Like, try to get people on your team right now. If you want to know, Andy's ahead with the votes.
Wait, they think con? They think parents aren't the shit?
Yeah. Nate,
okay.
Your opinionating was when, right? Your opinionating.
See, because Andy, this is what happened. Andy just talked real bad about him. He was like, you put them in a cage, you clip their wings, of course they'll talk. No, they won't. Get a rabbit, put it in a cage. It's just gonna sit there and do that thing all day and eventually die. A parrot will scream, tell you like, On a cracker. At least ask for food before you.
I don't know. I think Nate should win for that impeccable bird impression earlier.
I've also seen parrots skateboard. Andy, I've seen parrots do skateboard tricks.
They skateboard?
They skateboard.
Clearly not a one-trick pony. Also, they fly.
They can fly, which is the most impressive trick.
Yeah, when you don't own them.
Yeah, but people who own parrots, I don't think they let them out the cage every once in a while. They
in the
can
house.
fly around.
Yeah, they can fly around the house all day.
Just because you're a goddamn monster, this monster doesn't deserve votes, people. He said you get a parrot and you clip its wings. No one's done that.
I do to every parrot I get.
Also, Andy's cat doesn't have all its legs. Ask him why.
It was like that when we found it.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
We found it.
The cat started talking and I freaked out.
It's like Meowth, that's right. You're like, Pokemon.
I tried to throw it into a ball and its leg got caught.
It's a tie vote right now.
Tie
Oh,
vote.
actually, Kevin botched for the closing. He closed it. It's over. It's over. It's
Wow.
over. It's over. Nate, you get the point.
Oh.
1-1.
Man.
This is an intense game of Feud right here. Let's give you that icon, the coins on your face right now.
Man, the little Mario coin.
Yep, Mario coins
all
on
I
your
ever
face.
wanted.
It's 1-1. Andy, it's time for your second opinion. Are you ready?
Wait, someone said, yeah, Nate gets a pee because Andy's cat has 3 legs. Also, no tail.
Yep. That was just from swinging it too hard, though.
Yeah, I heard that song. What was like North Carolina?
Well,
Like,
Andy,
oh
it's
shit, T-shirt, not cat.
it's your turn, Andy. It's time for your final opinion, which was no one actually likes IPAs.
I think it's all for show, because as a beer drinker and as a beer drinker who has been shat on quite often, because I admittedly do like my awful beers, your Coors Lights, your PBRs. I enjoy them with my head held up high. And for the longest time, beer drinkers have gotten a bad rap. They've gotten a real bad rap. We're dog shit. We're scum of the earth. We're fat idiots. And while all those may be true, you get this moniker and you look for a way out. You don't want to change your ways too much, but you look for a way out. And then the magical decency fairy swoops in and goes, "I've got something for you, you sack of shit. It's called an IPA. Does it taste good? No. But will it make hipsters think you suck less? Absolutely." And a bunch of beer drinkers saw that and they said, "I have found my way." And I haven't found an IPA, and I've tried a bunch. My debater here will act like I haven't because he knows me, but I've tried a bunch. And I gotta tell you, they don't hit like a Coors. They don't hit like a Coors Light. A Coors Light, you don't get heartburn. Coors Light, you can drink a lot of them. Coors Light, they've got the mountains on it that are real cool, and the can tells you when it's cold enough. It's everything you need in one beer. I don't need a beer that also doubles as some nerd's art project. I don't care. Just give me a good product and tell me what's in there. Don't try to. Have you ever had a sour beer?
Yeah,
It
Andy,
tastes
that's
literally
time,
like
dude.
piss.
That's time, dude. That's time.
Running the light.
Yeah, wow. Running the light. Yeah. He's impassioned about the light
I did
beers,
stand up
or
8
the
times this year. Give me a
IPAs.
break.
Woof. Wow, IPAs do. What about like Victory Brew? What about, are those IPAs or no? Is
Wait, don't take my points. I need
No.
points.
Okay, never mind. Okay.
Are those Coors Lights?
No, but okay.
Then they fucking suck.
Well, let's keep it going. Nate, it's your turn to respond. You have a minute and a half.
Right, give me 1 second, fellas.
Oh,
A cold IPA to start the battle.
Dogfish.
Delicious. Now, one thing I want to say I needed that because I needed the energy. So on one of the more recent episodes of the Panties in the Mouth podcast, check it out. It's great. Andy Malafarina, he's not a person any of you should ever take advice on from, like, as far as like the quality of his alcohol consumption. This man in 2021 went to a liquor store to purchase Mad Dog 2020. I say that again. In 2021,
Whoa.
30-year-old Andy went to the liquor store to buy children's alcohol. Now, a palate like that can't be trusted. It's 30 seconds. Okay. I had more to say about Andy and his childlike palate, but the other thing I will say is there's no like Coors Lights and I'm a Heineken man. I'll fuck with IPAs. White people were hiding them for a while. Black people are finding out about them. You can't get a regular Coors Light that's 10% alcohol. But you can get a 10% alcohol IPA, have one beer, and you're done for the day. Andy, and you being as frugal as you are, you should know that it's more cost effective. The price for the 6-pack is more expensive when you like look at it, but you get more bang for your buck. You can have one beer.
Time.
I can't run the light.
Time. You ran the light. You ran the light. I called you on it. Unless you run the light and I'm calling it. Time. Great job, Nate. Great debating. I'm glad you got that that frosty, yeah, the frosty.
Am I
IPA
allowed to retort yet? Am I allowed to retort?
No, not yet. But
Okay.
Let's say Botch in the chat said the Mad Dog was for his 3-legged cat. Now, here we go. I'm opening up the votes. You guys, you vote P if you agree with Andy that IPAs are horrible. You vote C if you agree with Nate. And you guys go ahead, debate.
I was gonna say Nate.
Go ahead, Andy.
I was gonna say Nate. First off, starting his turn by being dishonest. He misrepresented my Mad Dog point. I wanted to try it as a goof to see if it still was as unbearable as it was. It was out of curiosity.
Who was there with you when you were doing this goof? Who
was
was there
there?
to laugh with you?
You don't need a partner to goof. You can have a self goof.
It's not a goof at that point. If you're just drinking Mad Dog by yourself,
I wasn't.
It's not goofing.
I was sitting alone in the shower having a goof, just pounding Mad Dog, just being a goofball. Also, did you see Nate wince when he took a sip of that?
Ooh.
No, that was the tumor.
That's another thing. If I would have had 30 more seconds, I would have brought up tumor-induced, IPA-induced tumors.
That's fair. I never even thought about those. Well, you guys, that's it. I'm calling it. And we're gonna Nate, you get the point again.
Champion.
2-1. Nate Marshall's ahead. Andy, you need this.
You need this.
don't
You
need
need
anything.
this next one, Andy. You need
I have an
this
electric
next
drum set. I don't need anything.
one. Well, Nate, it's your turn, and we're going to debate your final opinion, which is YouTube tutorials are more valuable than a college education.
All right. Now, my first point is, Lemaire, you're a college educated man. Now, are you still working off that debt?
Yes, very much.
Probably a lot of it, I'm assuming. Now, how much debt have you accrued from watching YouTube tutorials?
Like including YouTube Premium?
Yes.
Maybe
Sure.
like $200.
Wow. Not even. Wow. What a big difference. Thousands of dollars in debt versus $200 for you. That's just for no commercials and to be able to put it in the background. Now, I myself am not. I did some college. I didn't graduate, but I have definitely applied the knowledge I've learned from YouTube tutorials way more often than I have anything I learned in college, and I think that goes for almost everybody. It probably produces a few more jobs, YouTube tutorials, if you get, it's working. I don't care about that though. I'm all right. I'm talking to you guys. You guys. Think about it. What do you appreciate more? Your crippling debt from a college education that you might not even be using. I know that the two people in this Zoom chat with me are not using their college degrees both of them. So I don't know how he's going to argue this. I know they both have used YouTube tutorials to get shit done. Now, do with that information as you will, people. But I want to bid you adieu on this last point. Think of something you don't know and put it into YouTube, preferably while Andy's talking, and see if you can find your answer to your question. And you will find a 2-minute video with your answer and time.
Wow. Great answer, Nate. Yeah, I have a degree, and even when I had the degree, I would use YouTube videos.
When you were like getting it?
Yeah. I use YouTube videos to get a degree. Andy, you got a minute and a half to debate this, and your time for that will start. It'll start right now.
Lemaire, could you bring Nate's picture up for this? I need to ask him something. Nate, I want to know, while you were watching all your glorious YouTube videos, how much fingering did you get done?
Wow.
How much fingering did you get done?
Okay, I hear your...
It's a simple question. It's a real simple question.
You think I can't YouTube and finger?
Nah, you didn't get it.
Listen, here's my point.
You didn't get any fingering done.
Here's my point. I didn't need to go to college to get college pussy. No, that's
You know how much fingering I got done in college?
Ooh.
A fair amount.
Damn.
A fair amount. Damn. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's cool, Nate. You learned how to do Photoshop. Put those headphones back on. Put those goddamn headphones back on. Oh, Nate, did you learn Photoshop? I felt a vagina. I felt 6 vaginas, Nate, and they were all pretty good.
Wow.
I don't need any more time.
Wow.
End it.
That's your time, dude. That was the one way. I
didn't know.
Wow. Wow, the one way. Andy. Wow. Guys, vote in the chat. P if you agree that YouTube tutorials are better than P if you agree that YouTube tutorials are better than fingering girls in college. Con if you don't agree.
Which one do you put to agree with Andy?
Yeah, if you want to agree with Andy, you put in C. If you agree with Andy, you put C. If you agree with Nate, you put P. Nate, did you just concede? Oh my God.
I didn't concede.
Wow.
I didn't concede. I just needed to say my opinion. It was a solid point.
Nate's gonna go into his girl's room, slam the door open. I need to do something.
Oh, that's a different Nate Marshall.
That's Nate Marshall.
That's Nate Marshall. Yeah. Oh wow, this is pretty tight. Oh man, this is a pretty tight race.
Think about the debt. My vote doesn't count actually.
It does.
Does it? I put it in there.
I'm counting it.
I meant it.
You didn't concede in this thing, but it counts on the vote. Andy, you can vote for yourself too if you want it.
Or you can vote for me.
Preferably
Or you can
on
vote for
Twitch.
me like a bro.
Or
Let's
yeah.
see. All right.
See?
Let's see how much of a bro Andy is.
Bro, I'm a cool bro.
Lowercase doesn't count. Everybody knows that.
Pat says Andy is like the Kobe of foreplay. He gets 1 on 6 different fingers. Manny said putting yourself in debt to get pussy is tempting though.
People are gonna say Andy when they start fingering.
You guys, it's a tie game. That's 2. Andy, let me give you your point real quick. It's 2-2.
Let me see that coin.
And-
Let me see that coin.
Does that mean we're tied? Does that mean it's a draw?
That means it's a sudden death. There's no draws here in Feud unless the audience decides.
So what are we debating on?
What if
guys-
it's just
do you guys
like, all right, trade deals.
do you guys want to know your debate?
I already know it. Let me.
Oh no! Oh no! Bringing it all back. I know what's gonna happen.
I'm getting ready.
So Nate and Andy, they have a podcast called PITM, which means panties in the mouth. Nate and Andy had a legendary argument back in Lancaster about whether or not your girlfriend likes having panties stuck in their mouth, right? So that is the opinion today.
Andy had that as his background.
So
didn't have to download that.
Andy, since you got the last point, would you like to be con panties in the mouth or pro can panties in the mouth?
I guess con.
Okay, Nate.
Back to where it all started.
Back to
Just
the
my
beginning.
background.
Yeah, Nate.
Oh, con.
You're
I'm
gonna
in
be-
Lancaster all over again.
Nate, you're going to be pro panties in the mouth, and we're going to start the timer, and you're going to have 2 minutes. Oh, you guys switched cameras. We're going to have 2 minutes.
Oh, sorry about that.
It's all good. It's all good. You guys are going to have 2 minutes, and your time, Nate, it starts now.
Okay, so I'm convincing them my original point that it wasn't that they. Wait, what did you think my point was?
I think your point was just try it every time, and then
No, it wasn't that.
later.
Okay, no, this wasn't. This is my point. Okay, because I knew that's what you thought. This is the point I was trying to get across way back when. It wasn't that that you just go and just be like, by the way, you were rollerblading. Here's your panties. Throw them in your mouth. It's a slightly hot sexual thing you do where you're foreplaying with your lady. You slowly undress her. You're looking at right in their eyes. And a much hotter man. Imagine a hotter man doing this while I say this, people, not me. A hot guy looking you in your eyes, just rolling down those panties, and he whispers something into your ear, and you go, and he takes your panties and rolls them into a little ball and goes, shut the fuck up, and puts them in, and puts them in your mouth. It's gonna confuse you for a moment, but then you're gonna go with it and enjoy the adventure. Andy thinks that the world is vanilla, and he's not, and it's not. Especially women. Think of what one of the top selling women's book was a few years ago. What was that? 50 Shades of Grey. It was all about getting slapped around and getting your panties in your mouth and choked. That's what they want deep inside, Andy. They want you deep inside, and they want their panties deep inside the mouth.
Great points. Great arguments. Here's
Not
a
the
question.
sexuality, not the panties being dirty.
Yeah. Here's a question we got from Kevin Botch. Would Nate accept his panties in his mouth?
Yes.
Huh? Ooh,
Yes.
Okay. Well, we got to move on. Andy, you have a minute and a half to retort.
That wasn't a hard question, Kevin.
And your time, it's going to start. Your time's going to start right now.
Well, that's a good thing to know, Nate, because I thought of a new segment on the show. And also, I got to admit that whole rollerblading example, you might be getting me over to your side. No, I think my original point was, I don't know, it's exhausting at this point. The argument that divides our friendship, it's a bit bothersome. I just think you gotta feel the gal out and play the course you're on, because I've definitely I've definitely partaken in some goofy shit.
Vanilla.
I've spit in girls' mouth.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm cool. I'm
Nice,
cool, Nate.
bro.
But
Have to vote for you again.
But in doing that, in that moment, you quickly realize, you go, not all of them are going to let me do this. And there's a vibe in the room. I feel like there's always a vibe in the room that you can guess pretty easily if that is going to be A-okay or not. And I think on average, they just want some good eye to eye, like God's watching missionary.
Yes. Thank you, Andy. Wow. Wow. Tremendous. Those are great points from the both of you. Now we have to go to the final voting. You guys in the audience, this is winner takes all. You guys vote P if you think women like having panties in their mouth. You vote C if you don't. Let's go. I to IPA. That's what Pat says. We got one vote for Nate so far. Andy, you gotta do some more convincing, or
no?
No?
Nate's had some pretty sexy topics tonight. I gotta be honest. I've never seen a better argument for why you should start cam girling, Nate. Or at least like do audiobooks for like fucking softcore erotica.
Or a parent. I think I'm gonna start doing parent voiceovers. That's where I excel today.
Ooh, it's a tie vote right now. Manny says Andy went to college for fingering. I trust him more. Well, it's pretty close. I'm gonna give a little bit more time for the vote. I don't want to leave this up to me. We need more.
I would love a
final
draw.
deciding. Pat, I can't. That's 2 votes from you. I can't take 2 votes. I'm sorry. I'm a real
That's double
stickler
voting.
for the rules.
He's trying to buck the system, dude.
Pat said he's going to take care of her. He's headed to the hamper.
You know it's not fair because if any lady votes like pro, there's only men voting. None of the women are voting. If any woman votes, everybody's gonna be like, somebody's gonna try to put her panties in her mouth. So it's not fair. The ladies can't vote.
Also, if a woman votes pro, do not blow up her inbox.
You know what? I think I'm gonna give it a couple more seconds, but it might be the first ever. It might be the first ever.
Double draw.
Yeah, it might be. I'm gonna give it a couple more time, a little bit more for somebody to come in. But do you guys have any extra points to make for this final vote?
I just want to say I appreciate all the people out there taking their time to hang out with us. Remember, Annie's fingered 6 girls in college, so solid record. And
That's why I got these big biceps.
but he did say women. He did say women just want eye-to-eye missionary, and Andy, like, that's just weird if you're just hooking up out there. Andy's been married for a long time, so he thinks sex is only lovemaking now. He doesn't know how like normal people who are just bumping uglies do it. So just remember that.
Oh, dang!
Left too much. Who did I lose?
Pat says Dom's phone died. This is Andy. I'm gonna leave this up to you, dude. I'm gonna leave this up to you.
Double tied, Andy.
Andy, you could be a man of honor and take the tie, or you could be a man of great acclaim and take the win and shame your friend Nate.
What gets me to my drum set quicker?
I think
Andy, tie it up.
Yeah, tie. Yeah.
Wait, do I have to vote in it?
No.
No,
Do you
you
think
just
it
don't
should
say
count?
anything.
Do you think Dom's vote should count?
No.
A woman?
Yeah.
No, that's my co-host wife on my other podcast. What About with Pat and Andy? She's a good gal, so I'm gonna let that count.
Nate?
No, Andy, it's gonna. No
Wait.
honor.
Well,
No
or
honor.
not? Just tell me what to do.
Wait, Nate.
We're
what do
gonna
you-
tie. It's a fucking tie.
It's a tie.
It's a tie.
It's a tie. Okay, he left. It's a tie.
I'm back. Is it a tie?
No, I think we could have a tie. Why not? Fuck it. It's a tie. But if the vote counted, Andy would have won. So let's take this tie.
I thought I said the vote did count.
Yeah, I know, but Nate's right. It should be about honor.
Should be about honor.
Yeah.
No honor. They're honorless.
Well, guys, thank you for being on Feud. Nate and Andy, please, do you have any do you guys have any plug your stuff? You guys are plugging plug it.
You can go to my website. Is that name? Oh no. My website is natemarshallcomedy.com. It's got all my links and stuff. But more than anything, listen to our podcast, Panties in the Mouth podcast. It's dope. We have a good time. Lemaire's been on a bunch. If you love him, if you like us, please listen.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for being on, Nate, Andy.
Yeah, check out Panties in the Mouth. Like I said, it's dope. And especially if you like this, because Lemaire's one of our good friends. If you like this, you'll really like the podcast. And I am on Twitch Mondays, Thursdays, and Sundays, twitch.tv/my name, Andy Malafarina. And check that out. Oh, and also Pat, who is in the chat. We do a show where we talk about music Sunday nights on my YouTube channel. Also Andy Malafarina.
Hell yeah. Well, thank you guys for being it. Please don't leave the Zoom yet because it'll mess up the video. But thank you guys for being
Oh,
here.
wait. I'm sorry. I'm an idiot. The music show's on Twitch. Okay. I'm sorry.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys. Let me end this show. Thank you guys for watching Feud. We'll have another episode on Wednesday. And then I think I'm going to just do them every Monday because I like just one days, then I have time and I can take my time. I don't have to rush. But on this Wednesday, we have Dave Temple versus Tom Cassidy. This is going to be a great feud. So please come check that out. And thank you guys for watching. It'll be Wednesday at 7 p.m. Thank you for checking out Feud, the game show of hilarious